Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and today we have the review of the Master Grade Full Armor Gundam Thunderbolt version Verka. Now I bought this yesterday and then it took me about 2 days basically, including today, to finish this kit. Now I think this is like, I wouldn't say the biggest, but more like the bulkiest or heaviest kit I have ever bought or built. Now, first of all, this is how I'm gonna do the review. First, I'm just gonna show you like some stuff with everything on it, like what's in current situation, and then I'm gonna take some parts off, part by part, because there's not much you can do with the kit at this situation. So I'm gonna just show you guys part by part. And yeah, the kit was released in Korea. It was released on the 26th, basically. I'm sorry, not the 26th. No, it was on yesterday. So that's the 23rd. Sorry about that. So it was released on the 23rd, so I went for it right away. As I said, this is a Verka kit, so there's a lot of stuff you need to consider. Now, first of all, what you get is the kit himself. When I mean by kit, yeah, as you can see. First, the instruction manual will start off as that white grayish RX-78 skinny type looking Gundam, and then it will, keep going on making armor parts and then weapons and etc. So at the end of the video, that's how it's gonna end. What else you get are some unique stuff. Well, first off, as basics, you get 2 beam sabers, but this kit actually has 3 beam saber handles. So yeah. I don't know, I'm not sure if it's just me or these beam saber looks a bit longer than usual. And that's that. And you also get stickers. Now, some may say these are necessary, but okay. They gave you these black stickers that you can see that I haven't used. Those are for the inside of the thrusters, and they're the same color, but they're just glossy. So if you want to make it look more glossy, go for it. But for me, this was kind of unnecessary for me because it's the same color in the inside. So why should I put another sticker on top of it? So yeah, the only ones I use are the not clear, but the green stickers for like the weapons and cameras. As you can see, there's this eye sticker here. I'll get into that later. As I mentioned, as Verka kits or version Katoki, you get water slides and a big one. This is my hand, so you almost get a lot of water slides. For now, I'm not much really good with these, so the ones I only used are the ones, as you can see, are on the shield, the EFSF ones, and the symbol that's usually seen in the Gundam shield, and I'm missing one. I'm assuming it fell off, so oh boy. So yeah, that's how bad I am. Another unique thing that some may be asking about is these. You get these weird tubes. Now, I can't really tell what they're made out of, but they feel like one of those garbage bag, plastic bag things. And you get 2 types. You get a longer one and a shorter one. The longer ones are for the arms. So basically, where these go are supposed to go. Well, okay, you know what? I think this should be a better example. Now, as I see, now these ones are supposed to be here. Are supposed to go inside here, and it should be like going way through the kit. And for me, I tried doing that. It wasn't easy as I thought because you need to cut some parts later, and it's basically random. It may look good, it may look bad. Basically, what they tell you to is, fold it inside after putting in like into a tube or something. Basically, you open this thing up. Come on. Basically, they tell you to open this up like a tube. And then basically they tell you to like do this. Just mash it in there and then just put it in. So it's basically a random or a bit pure luck whether it will look good or bad. So and you don't use the entire thing. After you slide it in, and then you're done with the pieces. There's these ring pieces that basically like does this, and then you need to cut the rest off. And I say that's not gonna be an easy task. So I didn't go for it, and I'm used to seeing these parts, so I don't mind. But if you can manage it, go for it. I think it would look way better in a way, or there's no problem with the legs, but for the arms, there are some parts that's like wobbly and loose. I'll get to that part later. Another interesting fact is, some may be wondering now, as you can see, mine is on a separate action base. Basically because this was the 5th kit I bought in Gundam base, and I got my 5th stamp, so they gave me a free action base for a master grade. But this kit, I'm not sure if this is like I don't know, taken for granted for every version Katoki kits, because this is my first one. But they give you an action base for this, and some may be thinking, wow, that's a good deal. I mean, and you might not be worrying, because this kit is, I'll say it was everything on it. It's impossible to make it sand. So, and because it was seen in space mostly and it was flying around, technically this could work. But for me, after I attached the kit onto this action base, it was just too wobbly. It was like shaking too much, and it looked really unstable for me. So I went ahead and used a different action base. But if you don't mind that, you can use this. But I would recommend, well, if you can, manage it, so go for it. But for me, this was just too risky for my preferences. So I went for a bit bigger and sturdier action base. Alright, we are done with all the components, what you get. Now let's get on to the review. Now, this is going to be the most difficult review video I have ever made because of the massive size of this kit. I mean, I have no way. I'm still scared to talk about this. Okay, first of all, as you can see, this kit was first seen in Gundam Thunderbolt. It was a short OVA series. I think it was a 4-episode series, and this was seen for about 3 episodes, and was, I don't know, it had a tragic ending, especially for the Gundam. And this was like, they called this another prototype, so I have no idea how many variants there are. And the main character, Io Fleming, was using this kit to fight the Psycho Zaku. Yeah, I think that is the correct term. So yeah, the kit itself, as you can see, it uses a lot of dark blue colors, and a lot of red parts. Now, when I first saw the OVA, I thought these parts were, I don't know, maybe purple or something, but they're not really purple when you actually get to see it. And there's a lot of stuff going on here. There's a lot of weapons attached to this guy and stuff. So yeah, there's so much stuff you need to consider, and there's like some small pieces that has the risk of getting lost when you drop it. Now, first things first, as I said, or as you can see, this comes with 4 shields like in the anime or OVA, and you can actually attach them to the claws. It has these claws, I think. Well, I'm not really sure what's the exact term, but I will say claws because they are claws. I haven't built the Master Grade GPO3 or the high grade version, but they do kind of remind me of those claw arms that's been used. Now, it's a pretty sturdy connection. The way how this works is that it's a peg system. Now, I'm going to take off one shield. Come on. Oh, I almost forgot about the hands. I will get to the hands on my review. So, this is how it works. Am I zoomed in? No. So, these are the shields. A very plain looking shield, but looks sturdy. But another cool thing is that they have these sliding mechanisms, so you can position the shield at any point you want. But there's this hole here, but that's for the arms. But the handle, there's this small hole here. What you do is, on these claws, the middle part has this peg going on. there's a peg over there. I'm not sure if you can see it. I don't know what's wrong with my camera these days, but I don't know. It's not working properly. There's this peg over here, and all you need to do is to the peg over here. All you need to do is attach the peg and the hole together, and then lock the claw, and that's all you need to do. So yeah, I'm gonna take off the other shield because it's blocking too much view, and there's not much you can pose. Posing these shields aren't really easy because how the systems on the backpack or the claw works, it's not really easy. Now, a lot of people in Gundam Guy or like stuff I've been reading on comments is that they were wondering how these claws would work. And as some people may love it, is that they can be folded in. Unlike the, well, I don't have the high grade version, but basically what you do is, I believe the high grade version doesn't have a folding. You just need to like pull them out and stuff. All you need to do is fold it like that, fold it again, and then just like that. Let me adjust, and it will slide through as if it was never there. Out like that. So some people is gonna love this system, but one thing I'm not really sure is that in the instruction manual, when you pull that out, they tell you to open this section over here and then pull it out and then close it. So I'm not sure if this is a locking mechanism, because when I first pulled the other side out, I never did that, and it still came out, and that's actually more firm. So I don't know how that works. By the way, there's another beam. The two beam sabers are here. One here on the other one on the other side. Now I guess I should fold the other claw in so we can have more efficiency. The claw, oh, I guess I should talk about the claw movement. As you can see, you saw the way the claw opens. Basically, you can open up and close down, and you can go up, down, you can turn it, and that's almost basically it. You can move it up and down, and from the main backpack it's also another joint. So yeah, you can change the height. Folding it isn't difficult at all. It's just that this is just a personal thing. I have a trauma of like, I don't like breaking stuff. Basically, when I break something, I lose my mind, and I can't think straight. I can't talk straight. So yeah, sorry about my bad habit of saying. So yeah, I'll try to fix that. I tried to also make scripts for videos, but it never works for me. Anyway, now we have some space without those two shields. Finally, all four shields are the same. It's just the way how they connect to the arm is a bit different. The backpack. Let's show the backpack. To be honest, before building this, I was expecting that I would be able to pop these out, but by the connection, it doesn't really work that way. But they move around a lot. They're not really on a ball joint. Well, sort of a ball joint, but inside it's kind of different. I wish I can show you this, guys, but I don't really know how to take this apart again and show the inside parts. I do see a lot of people doing Gunpla reviews do that. For me, that's not possible. I can't just do that. Now, there's a lot of thrusters in these kits. Thruster here, on the legs, backpack, everything. Or these red parts are thrusters. Now, these were the parts I was talking about. I didn't use the stickers on here. I did use it on some parts. Now, you put the stickers inside here, and to be honest, it looks good enough for me, so I didn't use those stickers. But if you're like really picky, or you just like the glossiness, go for it. So the backpack, as I mentioned, some may already know by looking at it, you're not gonna be able to pose without an action base, because this backpack is just too heavy. It can't stand on its own. Maybe it can if you do the right position, but it's just gonna fall eventually. And the way how you connect this backpack is kind of tricky, so I'm not sure I'll be able to show you guys that, but I will try once. If I can't, I'm just gonna skip it, okay? Now on the backpack, the stuff I haven't mentioned are the big two weapons on it. The first one, oh right, I forgot. Now these weapons are on a kind of funny system where you need to pull it a little bit out and then you can make it turn. It's not easy. If you go too much, it will pop off. Now missiles, not too unique. You can open up and these are all the missiles are in the same color, orange. And this has a lot of missiles, more like micro missiles, I guess. So yeah, these are the missiles. Nothing too special about the weapons. I mean, well, on the backpack. And here's the beam cannon. Also works the same system. You can swivel. Come on. Okay, you can go up and down with it. So let's see. I'm gonna try to take off the backpack. So let's try this. Now the way how the backpack works, it's the most unique way I have ever seen. Now, oh, here we go. You slide it up, and then oh, sorry about that. It's been 60 minutes. I'm not sure I'll be posting this in one shot, but yeah. Here's the backpack. Now this is how it works. You open this section up. Oop. And the backpack is also like in the system where you can detach it and reattach it really easily. You open this section up and there's these pegs here, lines, and on the backpack it kind of looks like the RX-78, the original RX-78 backpack, but without the two beam sabers. And you can see these whole lines here look like pegs for sliding mechanism, and all it needs to do is slide it up and slide down the backpack and it will be locked in place. And this is a big backpack. It's almost as big as a normal mobile suit. So yeah, it's almost like having two mobile suits or two master grades in one box. Now we're having some, oh, I almost forgot. Now, the way how you connect this to the action base was really tricky. I hope I can take this off without damaging anything. Give me a moment. The connection is a really firm connection, so you're gonna need some muscles. I'm gonna put the camera down a bit. Now with the weapons, it may be a bit tricky, still tricky to make it stand, but I think I did it. Now here is the Gundam. When I first saw this drawing or like the prototype of the kit, I thought it'd be a more lighter color, but I think they went for the darker color. Now here's the Gundam armored up. Basically, okay, that was close. As you can see, it's not really ill balanced. It's just the way how the feet are designed. Let's go with this feet first. Now here's the feet, and yeah, that's why it's not a flat feet. They're like these parts like popping out. And the cool thing is that you can do this, which was mentioned in the show, where he clings on to like walls and ships with these. It would be cool if they actually used it as a weapon. So any blue part you see currently is armor. The weapons, there's not much to it. I mean, okay, because of how heavy it is, it's kind of difficult to pose. Now here it is holding it. It's kind of awkward position. Let me fix that a bit. Okay, it looks better, but the weapon is kind of heavy. Especially, well, this one first. It is heavy, so it's not falling down, but it has that heavy feeling to it. So even on an action base, I wouldn't leave it like posing as if it was firing for too long, because that would affect the kit itself. So what I'm gonna do is disconnect the kit, or not disconnect the kit, but I'm gonna take off the shield. Now the way how these works on the weapons, oh my bad. Well, I'll show you on the other weapon, because not every kit is perfect. I would like to say that, yeah, not every kit is perfect. So what you do is detach the shield. You saw me pop off the front part. That's how it works. And the armor fall off. Fantastic. Now what I just did is basically separated. Oh boy. Anyway, basically I separated the trigger or the handle of the weapon off, and it popped off. And that's supposed to happen. The falling of the kit is not supposed to happen. The feet are also armor. Yeah. This is just, you just need to slap it on and we're good. I guess this is a good time to mention how the hands work. Now the hands, some may love it, some may hate it, some may be disappointed, some might not care. For me, I said this was a good idea. Now the hands, how it works. It's like those Gundam Seed Master grades where only the thumb is articulated, but the rest of the fingers are interchanging. You have to interchange them for each weapon.